the box said. Turns out that was the precursor to my entire career. Putting pieces together in plans and actions that help organizations do what they do and do it well. But before I tell you about what I do, I think it's important for me to tell you about who I am and how I approach my work. Because how I work matters just as much as what I produce. And let me start by telling you the most interesting thing about me. I shoot guns off of horses for competition. I have been competing with horses in various disciplines nearly my entire life. And about 10 years ago, I was introduced to the sport of cowboy mounted shooting. Combine the best things: horses, guns, and competition. What's not to love? I fell in love immediately. And now, very quickly, because this is just the hook, I promise, cowboy mounted shooting was invented in the desert of Arizona about 30 years ago. And back then, they actually did use live ammunition to shoot targets off of horseback. We have evolved. We are now a spectator-friendly sport of shooting balloons with black powder fired from a single-action .45 revolver, a shotgun, or a rifle at mock chicken speeds. There are roughly 100 different patterns which dictate the order in which we are to shoot the balloons. And at any given event, we will shoot 12 or more different patterns. Each pattern, we shoot 10 balloons with 2 different guns. I knew that one was going to be a problem. We shoot 10 balloons with 2 different guns and are often turning in times faster than the world record time in the barrel racing at the National Finals Rodeo. But the details aren't important. What's important is what it tells you about me. It tells you that I'm comfortable with complexity and that I can process a lot of information very quickly without panicking. It tells you that I trust repetition, patterns, and practice. It tells you I value relationships, trust, and communication. And it also tells you I don't mind a little risk as long as it's calculated. I grew up in Bismarck, North Dakota, raised here my entire life. The longest amount of time that I spent outside of the state involved horses. I was an equestrian major at Rocky Mountain College in Billings, Montana for 2 semesters before I figured out I was going to have to get a big girl job in order to afford my horse habit. So back to Bismarck I moved, and I enrolled at the University of Mary. Yeah, okay. I got a bachelor's of science degree in business communications. Y'all, I earned my BS in BS. But I took my BS to a whole nother level when I went back a couple of years ago and got my master's degree from the University of Mary. Not done. I tripled down on my BS this year by beginning to adjunct teach oral communications at the University of Mary. I am truly spreading my BS everywhere. Now, as far as my professional career, I started as a writing intern at Basin Electric. I then moved to Agency Mabu, where I was a marketing and communications coordinator. Through my work at Agency Mabu and with Mike Maben, the owner, I got a great introduction to juggling multiple interests, balancing competing deadlines, and all sorts of competing stakeholders and ideas and projects. Really, the full gamut of communications, from writing to research, design, and project management. And I remember when I told Mike that I was going to look for employment elsewhere and that I was leaving, that one of the deciding factors for me to leave was because I wanted fewer bosses. It went something like this. All of my clients are my boss. And Mike, you're my boss, and I just want one boss. Mike laughed at my 25-year-old naivete. And it did not take me long to get the punchline of the joke, which was me. Because where I went seeking less oversight was the Lignite Energy Council, a trade association with roughly 100 or more bosses. I was beholden and responsible to a board of directors, multiple committees, membership companies, policymakers, and the general public. So I went and got more bosses when I was trying to escape fewer bosses, but I launched myself full on into one of the greatest loves of my life, association work. I started off my 17-year career at the Lignite Energy Council as a communications specialist. I moved into director of membership, marketing, and education. During that, I took over the long-standing Lignite Education Seminar and developed it beyond a standalone event into a fully scoped education program. Simultaneously, I managed and administered their membership recruitment and retention program, as well as planning and executing the major events throughout the year. Somewhere in between, I also developed or led the charge to develop the Lignite Energy Foundation, the charitable arm of the organization. And eventually I found myself in my final position there, Senior Vice President of Public Affairs and Communications. In this role, I was immersed in governance, executive management, policy. I was responsible for the public affairs program, the communications, and I served as a communications point of contact and spokesperson in various capacities. My work was rooted in connecting policy to people, translating complex topics, initiating and carrying out multiple outreach and education campaigns, and of course, engaging with our stakeholders, policymakers, and the public. I loved my work. 17 years at a fantastic organization. I loved the people I did it for. I loved my industry. But that call, the pull, the tug to do something different, maybe something on my own, just kept getting louder and louder over the years. And it turns out life listens. Because in early 2025, the sands of change had started to move at the council, and a friend said something that stuck with me. When the sands shift, leap forward. So I did. I had already registered LaCo Solutions in early 2024, and I like to believe that back then Kay knew exactly what today Kay was going to want and need, where I was going to land. So I set in motion the wheels to transition my work, and I stepped away from my role at the Lignite Council at the end of May in 2025. A couple days later, I was a full-time consultant. That has been a trip. You know, when I left, I had this general idea of what I wanted to do. I had my picture on the box, but I can assure you I did not have a fully assembled plan. Up to this point, my career could be summarized that I had been developing messages and strategies to move people to act. Surely, that would be easy to apply to my business and my situation.